Tonight, as we come on the air, a man is dead from a shooting in the Shelby Park neighborhood. Thanks for joining us here on the night team. I'm Jose Alonso. Doug has the night off. Officials say this happened around 6 o'clock this evening. LMPD received reports of a person down inside an apartment on East Oak Street. When officers arrived, they found a man who had been shot multiple times and died at the scene. LMPD says they don't have any suspects at this time. Anyone with information is encouraged to call the anonymous tip line. That's, of course, 574 LMPD.
King Elementary! Save King Elementary!
All new tonight, parents, staff, and students of King Elementary standing up for their school, raising their voices as they march towards the second JCPS Forum tonight. This comes as the beloved campus could be consolidated with Maupin Elementary in order to address a multi-million-dollar budget deficit. The night team's Clary Shaley and photojournalist Aspen Hester tell us why this community believes they shouldn't be on the chopping block.
Save King! Joining in step and voice.
I want to stay heard. This is where the community comes. This is the love.
Teachers and families are the voice for King Elementary, a school on the list of being closed and sold in JCPS's proposed plan as the district struggles with a $188 million deficit.
We're grieving for these children. They don't have a voice in this. So we felt as teachers, we need to stand up and speak for them.
King teacher Ruthetta Ashley carries her voice down the streets of West Louisville.
We are all Kings! Save our school! Save our school!
Straight into Shawnee High School.
We have poured our hearts and souls into creating a place where students feel seen, supported, and believed in. And our students are responding.
JCPS says the facility is underutilized and it costs more per student to run the school than the average district elementary school cost.
Now, I want to recognize that King is a school choice zone, which demands smaller class sizes. We weren't doing that. That wasn't quite happening the way it should be.
But King school leaders say they had an accountability index of 13% rise to 28%.
Club, I can go on and on about programs, but guess what? That's not the only way that we can grow. The way we've been growing is through our dedication, our hard work, our teamwork, our commitment.
With every voice raised, Ruthetta Ashley has hope.
This is the last remaining elementary school in the Shawnee neighborhood. And to take this away would be destroying a community.
Their voices aren't lost yet and will be back for the last meeting Thursday. With photojournalist Aspen Hester, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
Students and staff at Liberty High School and Georgia Chafee Teenage Parent Program also addressed their concern with the looming changes. The next public forum is the last one, taking place tomorrow night at the JCPS Van Hoos Center. The meeting begins at 5 p.m. After this, the school board will vote on these recommended changes on December 9th. Now let's take a live look at our weather camera, this time in Scottsburg, Indiana. Just like many of us here in Kentuckiana, they're still covered in snow, but southern Indiana has another chance to see some more flurries. Our chief meteorologist, Mallory Chanel, is tracking the next system. Mallory, will this current snow in Scott County melt or get an extra layer?
It's going to get an extra layer. These temperatures have struggled to reach that freezing mark the last couple of days. Tomorrow, we're going to struggle once again. The warmest day will be on Saturday with temperatures climbing into the lower 40s, but that's still 10 degrees colder than average for this time of year. Of course, we've been definitely cold throughout the day today, only made it into the upper 20s and lower 30s across Kentuckiana. We have stayed pretty steady since then. 28 degrees currently in Louisville, thanks to the cloud cover in place. You can see the Max HD radar. Some of that light snow trying to show up on the radar just off to our north, but it's very scattered in nature, very light as well. So we'll continue to track that chance for some flurries and light snow showers, primarily for our northern counties as we carry on into tonight and early tomorrow morning. Looking like a dusting as you wake up and head out the door Thursday morning. Back here in Louisville, as I mentioned, temperatures staying pretty steady. We're expecting upper 20s, maybe mid 20s in some spots by early tomorrow, but mostly cloudy conditions, staying chilly, of course, with light winds as well. And as we head throughout the day tomorrow, guess what? We're going to struggle to hit that freezing mark yet again. So all in all, this pattern does stay chilly. We do have some wintry mixed chances to time out. I'll have those details coming up in our 7-day forecast. Jose.
Well, tonight, a big blue celebration for UK's new football coach, Will Stein. After head coach Mark Stoops was let go just days ago, the UK moved forward with the new head coach and Kentucky native, Will Stein. Our sports director, Kent Spencer, was there at the introductory press conference. Kent?
Yeah, Jose, Kentucky certainly rolled out the blue carpet for Will Stein. Mitch Barnhart said he was looking for someone who could light up the scoreboard at Kroger Field and rejuvenate the program. He believes he found just that in Will Stein.
When you were growing up in Louisville, could you picture a day like this when a building like this is filled for you to be a head coach?
No, I really couldn't. You never know if it's actually going to come true. You just try to be great where you're at, be where your feet are, work your tail off, treat people the right way, and then have a lot of really good players in your life that afford you to have this opportunity.
Stein's childhood love for Kentucky is very real, but when it came to playing at the next level out of high school, his opportunity came with the rival Cards.
4 or 5 years of some bad blood, but that's a competitor to me, but yeah, I out of high school, I would have loved to have the opportunity to come here, but everything happens for a reason.
In this day and age of college athletics, it's all about resources. Does Stein have the resources it takes to succeed at Kentucky?
Mitch, Mark laid out a great plan. Feel like we're right there to be successful right away.
This notion that we don't have enough is ridiculous. We've got enough. We've got to resource it the right way. We've got to assess talent the right way. We've got to acquire it the right way. And we've got to make sure we're within the boundaries and the rules. We're not going to break the rules.
The vision's really simple. It's to win. It's to win. I didn't come here to be average. I didn't come here to be mediocre. I came here to win and to win championships. I've won at every single level that I've been at, high school, college, and now the goal is to win here and not win 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, to do it now.
Well, Stein wants to be aggressive, wants to take risks. His first day on the job just happened to be National Signing Day, and he feels the Cats got off to a pretty good start. For the Night Team, I'm Kent Spencer.
Also new tonight, the race for U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell's seat continues to heat up as a total of 9 Kentuckians, Democrats and Republicans, are vying to be on the ballot. Tonight, former Kentucky State Representative Charles Booker was in Louisville speaking with constituents after losing the race for this seat twice already. Booker says he knows it's crazy running for a third time. This West Louisville native is running with the goal of affordable health care for all and addressing societal inequalities.
We have a government right now that is selling us out, taking away health care for tax breaks for billionaires, telling us we don't deserve food to eat while they are working to pad their pockets at our expense. And I'm saying that if you're tired of that, if you do believe there are no kings in the United States of America, if you are ready to see Kentucky move forward, let's lock arms and do it together.
The other 5 Democrats in the race are former Secret Service agent Logan Forsyth and retired Marine aviator Amy McGrath. Also on the list is famed racehorse trainer Dale Romans, Kentucky lawmaker Pamela Stevenson, and former CIA officer Joel Willett. And the 3 Republicans on the list are former Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron, Lexington tech entrepreneur Nate Morris, and Republican U.S. Representative Andy Barr. Also new today, the families of Grade A Auto Parts employee Trina Chavez and Grade A Auto Parts customer Angela Anderson, 2 victims of the UPS plane crash, are suing the shipping company and 4 other big-name businesses. The lawsuits were filed this morning. The attorneys on the case say there are several objectives with the suit against the 5 large companies. First is to get answers as to what happened to the plane on November 4th. Second is reform, so another incident doesn't happen again. And third, they hope the legal system can bring justice to the victims' families.
Trina was a sister, mother, and friend to everyone. Now I want you to know why it's so important for me to be here, standing up for Nana and what happened to her. You see, that's what she always did. She stood up for us, protected us, looked out for us.
UPS, UPS Air, General Electric, Boeing, and VT San Antonio were the 5 companies named in the lawsuit. Across the Ohio River, the Town Council of Clarksville, Indiana, approved a new contract for its police department last night. It ends a contract negotiation that's gone for 2 years and left officers working without a raise for most of 2025. The contract agreement brings base pay up by to $69,000 a year for 2026. It's a 24% raise compared to the $55,800 base pay from 2024, when the last contract expired. Indiana's recent Senate bill will decrease Clarksville's tax revenue by $2.5 million in 2026, which was the biggest hurdle in giving the officers better pay.
And several others discussing it. It's harder when you've been in it for 10 years or more to step away from where you're at, and nobody wants to do that. But in terms of being able to provide for your family and such, and with the way the economy is, you just, sometimes you have to take that step.
The Town of Clarksville manager Kevin Beatty says residents save about $300 a year in taxes under SB 1, but added that the town would need to make cuts somewhere if the bill isn't amended in the upcoming legislative session.
When I started here 30 years ago, we were talking about this day. And so finally it's here.
U of L Health Chief Operating Officer Jason Smith at the ribbon cutting for the Patient Care Tower. A look from the celebration with an appearance from Nick Wilt next.
And here's a check of today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $50 million. Powerball, $775 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1 million Kentucky students.